Hey air signs, thank you for tuning in to the channel. This is going to be a general timeless reading for my Geminis, Libras, and Aquarius today. Because it is a general reading, not all messages will resonate with everybody. And because it is timeless, whenever you run across these messages, is when you were supposed to receive them. Any information about Sage Company will be in the description box. And with that being said, air signs, let's go ahead and jump into your reading. For those of you who are returning, thank you for your support. For those of you who are new, I read all the cards in the upright, but I make it make sense. So, do not worry. If you want to support the channel, you can always like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. All right, air signs. I'm feeling this energy of, although things may have been a little bit rough here previously, okay? And I feel like that this is the near past. But although things have not been so easy, being kind of rough. Some people may have been battling addictions of some sort. Have been feeling like that people have been doing things against you and sabotaging your life and, doing things to intercede in your life so you can't have things. So doing things to make things turn out for the worse, right? Whether it's this addiction or the feeling of others doing things to you, I feel like now in present day, because some of you guys have embraced looking at the bigger picture of things or regrouping and really laying it out what you want in life and what you want for yourself in life and how you want your life to look. You know that you have to do things differently. You know that this different way requires different actions, different elements, and most of the times it's also having to involve different people being in your life. So definitely having to cut off those that you're in constant conflict with, constant arguing with, and knowing that in order for you to get anywhere progressive in your life or to see progression in your life, that you have to change. For some of you, things are going full circle, and so you being things are popping back up for you to actually resolve them, taking action to make these necessary changes. Some of you guys are going through some things that have been totally unexpected, and all you want to do is just get through it, find a resolve, be successful in figuring it out and getting through it, and then moving on. Okay, so ultimately it's about knowing whatever it was that you were facing in your path. And if you are here today to view this or to receive this message, it did not defeat you, right? You have more work to do. Okay, so now we got to look at things differently than how we've been looking at it before, how we've been doing things before that has not been working for us. Okay, because it has not been working is the only reason why change is even a thought, and knowing that it has to be initiated so that you can move toward the things that you want to move toward in your life. Okay, also feeling victorious for the fact that you did make it to live another day, to tell another story, to try to influence a different outcome. That just not letting these moments defeat you is a victory. Okay, so again, some things have happened unexpectedly for you that has made you take a different look. at the things in your life, the people in your life, the circumstances of your life, and what you want in your life, how you want to live your life, any and all that. Okay, air signs. Let's pull some clarifying cards here for you. And the only way for you to be successful, and the only way for you to claim this victory, to finally get a moment of peace, is to try to come to some resolutions, and definitely looking at things differently. Okay. Yep. Tower twice. It's definitely some things happening unexpectedly. I feel like because things are repeating and where stuff is, I feel like that this is stuff that you've been through it before. Like, this is not the first time something like this has happened to you. Okay. Now, the thing is to jump into action and move differently, or you may have to keep repeating this stuff over and over and over again. That's not fun. But just know that, the reason why you're willing to do what's necessary to change, and Gemini, you are showing up showing up as yourself. So therefore, this message may be specifically for a Gemini who needs to do something differently, look at the bigger picture, because it's going to feel like it's an ongoing cycle, and that time is repeating itself, and that it just keeps turning out the same way. You want a different outcome. You want a change for the better, and for some of you, that change is like for the most part, in the areas of material and finances, and having more in that area, and being stable in that area, and being able to get that more prosperous and abundant, and to a point where you don't have to worry about it. Okay. Like right now we might be, 6 of Wands, victory on top of the victory. It's highly possible, for you. Yeah, you got a bunch of repeating cards here, air signs. So basically the message is saying, make sure you paying attention to the message. Make sure that what you know needs to be done actually gets done. Because if you do not, so if things are not handled like now, right, it's just going to keep happening over and over and over again until you do something different. And what you may be going through, again, like I was stating, is the fact that it feels like you just keep going through the same things over and over again. So you got to do something different, Gemini, in order for you to yield different results, and not focus so much so on the past and how things have hurt you, and how things were put in play to potentially destroy you. But it didn't, right? Those attempts did not work. Now, I'm not going to say that you didn't feel or experience hurt and pain and other things behind this. And this could be some things that some way you lost out financially. Anything like that, right? I'm not saying none of that happened, but the energy is it was sent to destroy you. But you hear. Now you got to jump into action and do something differently. And there's a decision that has to be made in order for this change to actually take place. All right. If you want to see change, now I'm talking to all the air signs. If you want to see change, you got to move differently. You got to do something differently. And if you're just sitting here trying to wait things out, that's not going to happen. It's not going to assist you or get you where you're trying to go. You're going to actually have to take action in your life for the things that you want. Because it's been too many nights of sitting up and worrying about stuff and worrying about tomorrow and how you're going to get, where you're going to get, how this is going to happen for you. Who can you get to assist this to happen? It's too many days and nights of the same thing. but there is still hope. It is something that you're going to have to make a decision on. It is something that is getting you off, like throwing you off of your game, getting your focus all messed up. And you got to be able to focus on something so these changes can actually occur in your life the way that you want them to, right? We want to get away from the worrying, the depression, the anxiety, the feeling of defeat. We want to get away from that. That's old news. We need to figure out what it is we're going to do to go forward and make these changes so we can have a better life. And a lot of this has to do with your perception, your outlook, and not slipping into those moments where you feed negativity into yourself about the situations that's going on around you. Find that positive in your situations. Yeah, this happened, but I'm still here. I'm still standing, or it didn't defeat me. It's not going to stop me. I'm going to keep going. Don't lose your motivation. Okay? Air signs, let's go ahead. Yeah, because when you start looking at the bigger picture of things and how far you've actually come, that reviewing what you went through and where you want to be, I mean, that motivates you to make sure you get to where you want to go, right? What you've been through is motivating you to make sure you get to where you want to go. Once you figure it out, once you make the decision that you have to make as well, take action on that decision. But once you figure that out, and it has something to do with what is really in your heart that you want to achieve, that you really want to do, what goal you really want to go after. I mean, this is something that is near and dear to your heart, okay? Like, this is the one major thing that you want to happen in your life, right? Because right now you having to wait because you can't figure it out. Like, you know what it is, but you can't figure out what action to take to actually move in the direction of what it is that you want. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't get uninspired when you get these blockages and stuff like that. But make that decision that you do have to make so that you can start living this life that you want to live. It's only you deterring you from being able to access or have or, to go after what it is that you want. Nobody can stop you from that. It's just some things that you got to figure out, the maneuver, the way around, the workaround. You got to figure that out so that you really can see nothing is stopping you. Okay. It's a way, and it's an alternative. It may not be the way and the alternative choice that you want to do it or how you want to do it, but there's definitely a way. There's definitely a way. And just don't resort to the negative thinking, the negative side of things when things don't go your way. Because that change, that different outcome, that victory, and you having more, it's here for you. It's here for you, but you got to decide on something first. There's so many twos here as well. So you do have a message in this 2222. There is a message in that for you as well. But it's definitely about you making the necessary changes. You looking at something differently than what you've been looking, how you've been looking at it, and you move it in a different way than what you normally move because it's not working. Whatever this is that's near and dear to your heart, make that your motivation. Make that the reason why you don't stop and you don't give up. And for most of you, that is the reason why you have not. Because of this thing that's near and dear, this person, place, a thing that's near and dear to you. That is what keeps you going. That is what gets you to I'm done with these. Want to make sure that you do succeed in whatever you is going after. What I wanted to show you was the card that was at the bottom, and I just shuffled it up, but it was prosperity begins. So once you make that choice, you decide whatever it is you need to make a decision on. Once you actually do that and focus on that thing that's near and dear to your heart, it's all gonna come together. It's It's all going to come together. Peace will be restored. Okay. Won't seem so chaotic. Won't seem so conflicting. But more that things are in order. Got a 12. 3, 4. Okay. How you really feel though, air signs? How you out here really feeling? Because I see some strong points being made with the repetition of the cards, okay? It's like you got to see what everybody else sees. You got to see what your spiritual team sees in you. And right now, you don't have that vision. You just can't see it because you're more focused on what has happened to you than what you can obtain. Yep. Lots of time just thinking about it. Just thinking, but not coming to any resolution. All right. But once you start making whatever changes that you need to make, don't forget who you are in the process, and don't be so hard on yourself either. Because, stuff don't just happen overnight. It's a process. Everything is a process. So you're not going to get this instant success. It's not, you can't throw it in the microwave and it's going to happen for you. It's going to take some time, and don't get discouraged for how much time does it take, but just take the action and do the thing. All right. And in time, you're going to yield the results. Okay. Like I said, peace will be restored. How you want things to look, feel, whatever, it will be that. Okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead and pull your oracle cards now to conclude the reading. Yeah, it's starting off with saying that it's something that you have to change and do differently, and that you're not seeing the bigger picture of what's really going on because you're too focused on the past hurt and stuff like that. Okay. I'm gonna try for one more card here, but I'll take whatever comes out. Yes, it's been too much time not acting upon anything. Too much time just being still. Woo, okay. That's a definite. I need to tell you this. All right. Okay. So, trust the process. 1. Trust that it's going to be a process, okay? And furthermore, trust yourself. Trust yourself that you are going to make the right decisions in regards to what it is that is so near and dear to your heart that you want in your life. Trust it. Trust it all. Okay. You good. You good. All right. You got to. Oh, okay. I was like, what happened to my cards? You're gonna have to develop this, right? So that you can go forward on the path that you want to take to get you where you want to go in your life, so you can go where you want to go, have what you want to have, be with who you want to be, that kind of thing. Okay. You're going to have to trust the process, and it's going to take some time. This process is going to take some time, but it's definitely going to make some changes for you. You will see the changes. Okay. They may not be big, huge changes, but you will see the changes. You will see these victories. You will win in the end. You really, really, really will. Okay. There's so much potential for you to want whatever it is you want, be whoever it is you want. You have so much potential to have so much. You just gotta not dwell on who hurt you in the past, how some things may have happened in the past, because this has nothing to do with the past. This is about you right now. And if you're living in a now, and if you're looking at the bigger picture, and if you're going to implement some changes and take action on, be passionate about it, do the things that are near and dear to your heart, start there. right? Start there. You are going to win. You're going to win. It's going to balance everything out that's been off, all of that, right? And you're going to be happy. You're going to take pleasure in this. This stuff is going to add some delight in your life, even with those subtle changes happening in you, for you. Okay? So that's what I have for my air signs this week. If this message did not resonate with you, it doesn't matter. We're going to do this again. Okay. But again, thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for stopping by and listening. And I hope you were able to take something from it. But you got this, air signs. You got this.